I'll just change the subtitles around here. I'll change to watchable code, drone sound, 3D shadows, blah 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 blah. Good enough. All right, yeah. Yay. Okay, back to the highlights. All right. Why was I editing that file? Oh, I wasn't. I was just looking at it. Currently, we're simply looking at admiring our work. Is all we're doing right now. But that's the reward. Sometimes you get to do that. I know, obviously, you wouldn't want them watching the bricks being drawn. Duh. I won't add it till afterwards. But it's fun. That's why I do it. I'm leaving that in for right now because it's fun to watch. Okay. While I take a break, I'm going to try to think about whether or not... This is an interesting question. And I think purposely provocative. Does it matter that... So, again, back to the analogy. Does it matter that all the people on the merry-go-round are going at the same rate? Does it matter? Do we care? Or is this a feature? Should I use this? I mean, what do I care? They're all falling down, right? It's not like they're going anywhere. They're just falling off screen. Just keep falling off screen. And keep falling off screen, at the same rate. Do we care if all of the falling brick tweens are sharing a Y value? Is that what they're sharing? They're not sharing a Y value. See, because look, they're falling from different positions. Maybe I don't even know what's going on. Maybe I only think that's what's happening. These mysteries and more when we come back. Thanks for tuning in. Did I tell you I was thinking about just writing my own tween instead? I'm seriously starting to think about that now. I hope I've been off mic because I've been eating potato chips. So anyways, I might reinstate the camera, but you wouldn't see me because I'm like way on the other side of the room where my workstation is. And the streaming machine's over there. I'm pointing to the other side of the room. I've been meaning to change stuff around here for a while, but I still haven't. Pretty much run Drone Sound TV and all the Master Monkey projects on a shoestring, which is kind of part of the whole aesthetic. Turned up the mic input a little bit more. I think I found out I've been like yelling into the microphone. No wonder that doesn't work well. And no wonder my throat gets sore after a couple of hours of this. Let's see. But then I shouldn't breathe into the mic. Sorry about that. I think there's a lot of long sighs in programming, you know. So I was looking over the code for the camera tween because it works so well. I was like, this seems so simple. What is up with this? Like I said, one thing about the tween that really bugs me and makes me wonder why I need it at all is, like I said, when you set up the tween, you give it a variable to go from and a variable to go to. It doesn't change either of those variables. I mean, it doesn't access them in any way or pass on their values to you or do anything useful except call an on update function. It provides a callback to it, which I can do with a frickin' timer. So what do I need tween for? Anyways, I mean, if it doesn't simplify the process of doing a tween, I'm not sure what is the point. Anyways, like I said, I could put myself on camera, but not much to look at. Anyways, I'm just kidding. I'm gorgeous. No. But anyways, I started off doing some of these kinds of shows, really just the beat shows, which weren't beat shows. They were just noise shows. Started out doing them on Twitch. There you go again. I started out doing them on Twitch. But I got kicked off Twitch a lot. Like all the time. Oh, we're back to the 3D thing. Screw it, I'm gonna let it go for a while. Yeah. I started out on Twitch. I used to get kicked off a lot for like not showing my face or just generally being a freaking weird show. Which, trust me, while I was on Twitch, I had the weirdest freaking show on Twitch. It was crazy. They were like crazy visual effects and stuff. Too crazy. And I got all these TOS violations. So like, your face must be clearly visible at all times. As if like, why are we? Is this a mugshot? I mean, what's going on? So anyway, I got tired of the bands and I just left. I was like, screw you, you know. Because I wanted to do these other kinds of shows. Like I wanted to do a 24-hour stream, and you're not allowed to do a 24-hour stream unless your face is on the screen all the time. It's just stupid, arbitrary crap. So, by the way, screw you guys, Twitch. Until you release your draconian crap, you won't get cool avant-garde weirdos like me. So boom. lost to you. I'm just kidding. They're not losing any sleep over that. Alright. Cripes. It's like I'm doing it the same way here. Right? Right? No? Ocam pause is a compound variable with 3 properties, an X, Y, and Z property. Ocam go is the same. We're looking at the camera tween right here. Not the brick tweens. So, and the camera tween works well. That's why we're looking at it. That's why I'm looking at it. Let's see. Alright, let me look back at this again. You might have seen there's a load model function, which I haven't really baked in yet. For loading 3D models. It's my hope to allow each user in the channel to designate their own model to represent them on screen, a 3D model. I have a whole scheme for that. Alright, we know those values are working. So what I was saying before was kind of shy by nature. I mean, I don't know if it's really shy, if you would call it shy. I don't hate people, I just find them distracting, and I got a lot going on in my head that I want to think about. So, you know, when people are like, you know, hey, you know, it's normal, everyone needs some alone time. I think I just need more alone time than most people ever reasonably need, or than, quote, normal people are supposed to need. A lot of it. So I'm like, you know, how much alone time do I? Let me just take some alone time to clear my head. 20 years later. Let's see. What the hell kind of sound was that supposed to be? Don't forget, all these sounds come from Drone Sound. Drone Sound has its own algorithm for picking them. Now, I can ban them if I think they suck, like this one. Mike Rat. You know what, Mike Rat, didn't I see the name of this sound author earlier? He made a sound that really sucked. If I see him one more time, I'm just going to ban Mike Rat completely. And what that does is that we'll never hear sounds from Mike Rat on Drone Sound TV again. Because it selects these randomly, you know, from whatever's available in free sound. And that's always changing. Because people are uploading new sounds, right? That's the idea. All of these, you know, droning sound like white noise machines and stuff. I like those things actually a lot, kind of. But none of them ever did what I wanted, which was to keep changing. And they never change. It's always like 3 samples over and over and over again. Forever. So Drone Sound TV, it modifies the samples, it downloads new ones, it finds ways of changing them and stuff. Alright, so now I've got to change to the Breakout theme again. That way we can continue working on it. I can continue working on it. So anyways, I was up for, right before I started Master Monkey in earnest, I was up for this job that I really wanted. And it was really freaking cool. And I would have been great at it too. And I think just my social inadequacies, my inability to communicate with human beings well, I think it really interfered with it. And so I was like, that's it. It's time for me to really do something about this. And of course, my usual self-sabotage technique, this was my solution. There's no kind of solution. It really just empowers me to stay in my lab working on my crap and then claim that I'm interacting with the world. Is it working? What the hell is... God, this is so frustrating. It's something like the A brick stop position. It's really painful. It's this when I try to set O from works fine. See, so when we set O from, which is the from property, the from object for the tween. When I set O from to a static variable XYZ, right here, you're seeing it where it says debug klooch. Oops, I accidentally turned the volume up. When I set it to that, it works, okay? But it doesn't work properly, of course, actually, for the many reasons we discussed that before. But we don't get that particular error, is the important part. That one we were talking about. There we go. Well, I think we get other errors. Yeah. 385, 374. Right. 358. Okay, well this is good, right? Right. This is the bug that was good. Line 358 is the bug. I'll never forget. This way I can rewind if I need to. Line 358 is the bug. Breakout JS not found. That's not true. Okay. So if right, there we go. That's how we're supposed to get just the one. Get an error on 358. 358, it says, cannot read the property. It's talking about the dot position property of the A-bricks multi-dimensional array object. When we take this out, obviously we don't get that bug. So for some reason, that is undefined. A-bricks, argcall, okay, no matter what else we think, A-bricks, argcall, argrow is undefined at line 358. I'm going to put a note, bug is undefined here. Why? Why is that happening? Why is it undefined? It's a global variable, just like all the other global variables in here. Not all of them, I mean the ones in this function. It's a global variable. It's bricks, it's argcall, argrow. Is it argcall, argrow that it doesn't know? Is it argcall, argrow that it's confused about? Those are variables passed from outside. No, but they're not. I've already set them to these random values. Wait a minute. Maybe that's it. No, that's not it. I don't know why I would think that was it. Okay, I'm going to unset these. Alright. So now they're the real values that are set from outside. Oh, God. Yeah, we're still going to get a position undefined, but it'll be in a different place. 358. Okay, yeah, I mean, they seem to be falling. I know. You're like, oh, it works. No, it doesn't work. Because it's not working for the right reasons, damn it. And that's like a serious problem. That's why it doesn't behave the way it's... Actually, maybe it's not a serious problem. I kind of forgot that this is just a prototype. It does look kind of cool, though. I mean, the way it looks like if they were going the other direction, you'd be like, hey, this is cool, and if only the tween were faster. Actually, that's configurable up at the top. I made this part of user configurable crap. I'll probably have them put it in, I don't know, somewhere in the HTML or something. Did I make it configurable? Hold on a second. Maybe I lied about it. Oh, here we are. Tween. Oh. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just thought I would. tween time? What's F tween time? F tween time is static. Arr, arr, arr. I'm gonna move it up top. Okay. So users can get to it easily. Yeah, the mic works better when I just talk like at a regular voice. It says no user mods beyond that point. Okay. Okay, so I just made tween time a... Wait a minute. Is this a problem? No, this couldn't be a problem. I just made tween time a global variable that can be easily tweaked. That's all. No big deal. And I made it really short. So that when the bricks do fall, let the bricks fall where they... Wait, this is not even going to say. When they do, it'll do so faster. So it'll be easier for me to test. Yeah, see what I mean? So you're like, hey, it works. No, it doesn't work. Because it's not working. It's not working the right way. It works in the way that that I once saw somebody claim that with this device you could run Android phones or Android apps on iPhone, and it's basically just an Android like that you plug into your iPhone. So your iPhone is acting as a I don't know what, a screen and a keyboard. Anyways, that's like, you know, putting a motorcycle on an airplane and then saying you have a flying motorcycle, which you totally don't. A flying motorcycle. Yeah, it kind of works. Maybe I don't care for the freaking prototype. I could make the tween really fast. So fast that it doesn't matter. And do what else? I don't know. Give myself a couple of days to figure out what's wrong with that thing. And it's going to be something totally stupid about scope, maybe. It kind of seems like my, 20 plus years of writing code. God, how old am I? Shit, way longer than that. 36 years writing code. As a hobbyist, I mean. 36 years writing code suggests to me very strongly that this is a matter of scope. Although we honestly didn't have things like scope. We didn't have things like variable scope for a long time. Everything was global, or everything was looked up when you needed it and then lost as soon as you used it, more or less. This almost could work already. I mean, again, let me remind you, this would run a lot faster on any kind of modern machine. This is just like a hella old machine. And yes, I made the size of the bricks and thus their proportion and the textures and the number of bricks in the wall and their positions. I made this all configurable up at the top because I don't want to sit and respond to a billion requests to move things left or right. God, I hate that. That is the worst part. It's death, actually. It is hell. I'd rather be dead than sit and do that stuff. Some people don't mind. They're like, hey man, this is easy. It's just easy work. If they want to pay me to move stuff, to the left or to the right, I don't know. It's just when I'm doing that stuff, I keep thinking of all the things I could be doing with my brain instead, and with my limited lifetime. All of our lifetimes are too limited to waste on crap like that. So I'll make it with settings. You can change it yourself, and then don't bug me. I'll do something more useful like sleep or stare at my toes. It's kind of fun to play with it, actually. And you guys can't actually break bricks over there. I wonder if I can make that. How could I make that happen? I could. I don't want to. We'd have a little Ajax message you would send from the chat, and when you sent the message, it would break a brick for you. That's cool. We'll probably do that, actually, eventually. Matter of fact, just remind me of that. I'm going to copy breakout.js to breakoutgame.js for a future idea. Later I'll look at that code and I'll go, oh, that was a good idea. I should do that. And it'll be like a game. Like you'll have to do something I was thinking of one game you could do in a chat room because I wanted to make the bot have games, you know. So, like I said, I'm going to release this so you can add this to your channel. And it'll do all the bot stuff that it does, like the subback bot and the cursing protection that it has and all that other kinds of crap. Anti-Nazi features, I call them. And adding a game, you know, that you could add to your thing would be cool. So I was thinking about a couple of games that you could do. One of them I thought would be neat would be you could ask trivia questions about other users in the channel. Like if 2 users, or, well, not 2, that's not a good one. If you had, say, 3 users in the channel, you could ask a trivia question. Which user makes videos about Minecraft? You know what I mean? And then the first person to answer who was not the answer, you know, would win something. I don't know. Whatever. Actually, that's why I don't do games. I always had a hard time figuring out how the hell to motivate people to play, because I'm not motivated to play games, because I don't give a crap. I feel like I'm just navigating some guy's database, but in a 3D interface. That really is what you're doing when you're, you know, wandering a maze in something, in some 3D game. You're really just, you know, querying, you're scrolling through a database, which isn't that fun, really. And it can be fun. Minecraft, by the way, is fun. I love procedural generation stuff. Way into it. Creativity is fun. Creating things is fun. Just like looking at some guy's database entries, to me, is not fun. Although there is something to be said for beautiful 3D artwork. You ever notice how I like a lot of the gaming streamers? I do follow a lot of Twitch streamers still. Actually, I'm still a Twitch viewer. Because I like long plays and stuff. And the ones I like are the ones where they don't even have a camera on the screen, and I'm just watching someone else play a game that I don't really have the patience or inclination to bother playing. But I like the ones that go like slow and look at stuff. You know, they look around, they explore things. Not like the speedrunners that just run right past stuff. And it makes me sad, because I'm like, hey, that's not funny. No, that's actually that was Drone Sound TV. I thought I banned that already. No, I was only looking for it. There's this laughing girl sound that keeps coming up, and I need to find it and destroy it. Sometimes people listen to this when they're sleeping, and I don't want them to be creeped out by somebody laughing in their face. I think, it can't be the campfire one. I think it's got to be 17146 here. Let's try that. Like I said, that's a back-end command for playing a song. It says recording a fireplace at a friend's house. You dick. That is not just a fireplace, Mr. L. Garrett. So I'm going to ban 17146. Because it claims to be something it's not. It claims it's a fireplace. It's not. It's someone laughing. In fact, that is the preliminary, most obvious element of it. And I want to make sure it's not in here. Also, is that really the right number? Did I get it correct? Campfire, friend's house, Eagles. I didn't even hear the Eagles. I just heard a girl laughing. 17146. I need to find out what mood it is. It's mood quiet. And I go via the mood file, quiet. 17146. Hey, that looks like it's already gone. Alright, well, it's banned now anyways. Goodbye, 17146. Nice knowing you. Alright. What the hell was I talking about? Why is this thing not right? Oh, I was talking about how I like watching people play. If you're going to play games, you should like not just run past all the cool 3D artwork that was made by a room full of really dedicated 3D artists who, like, you know, anguished over textures and stuff. And I think music is coming on. If it is, I'm going to get off mic and take a break. So, crap, my brain is shredded. Holy shit, it's 2:30. Which Philippines, I've already been working on this for like 6 hours almost straight. So I took like a break for dinner. Alright, well, it is fun. It's already fun. It was worth it. You know what? I think I'm going to come back. I think when I come back, I'm going to take off the textures and try translucent colors. Like I said before, I think it'd be really freaking cool. And maybe when I wake up tomorrow, I'll have a fresh perspective on what the hell is this possible, is the likely scope issue happening here. In the meantime, I think I almost already have a prototype. Almost.